repeating like footsteps.
No.
Echoes call from hollow halls, a voice that creeps and softly crawls. Time stands still, the air is.
Have you ever felt a silence so thick it clings to the air, as if the room itself is watching, waiting? Then, without warning, a slow creak shatters the stillness, a sound meant only for you. Your fingers reach instinctively for the light switch, desperate for certainty, but instead, they brush against something cold. A chill tightens around your spine. Then fear takes over, thought vanishes. You don't hesitate, you run. In this surveillance footage, you'll witness something unsettlingly familiar, a moment that mirrors this very experience. The video opens with a woman sound asleep in the stillness of the night. Then, without warning, the tricycle stirs. First, a slight backward roll, so gentle it could be mistaken for a draft. But then it lurches forward, gathering speed, as if guided by unseen hands. Moments pass, and then the bed shifts. At first, a subtle lift, barely enough to rouse her from slumber. But then it rises again, higher this time. The unnatural motion sends a sharp jolt through her senses. Fear grips her. She doesn't pause, doesn't look back. She flees, leaving behind a silence that now hums with something deeply wrong. Rattled, she confides in the one person she trusts, her brother, or someone close enough to feel like one. But he dismisses her fear with a wave of his hand, blaming fatigue, frayed nerves, or an overactive imagination. Unbothered, he claims the bed as his own, convinced there's nothing to fear. Sleep comes easily, untouched by unease, but if only he had believed, perhaps the night would have played out differently. His body convulsed, a sharp, unnatural jolt that should have woken him, but sleep held firm, masking the disturbance. Whatever had brushed against him remained unseen, patient, waiting. The figure behind the window began to take shape, human-like yet not. As it loomed closer, he twitched again. Not once, but twice. Sharp, involuntary spasms, as if his body sensed the intrusion his mind refused to accept. But he did not wake. Sleep held him fast, or perhaps something stronger, something that wasn't ready to let go, and then it struck. The cloth on the table was ripped away, flung to the ground. The bed lurched upward, hovering for a breathless moment before violently tossing him onto the floor. His pulse thundered in his ears as he scrambled upright. There was no time to think, no time to understand, only movement. Lee ran, tearing through the room, leaving behind whatever had awakened in the dark. As the suffocating silence closed in, he stormed back into the room, gripping a wooden stick, determined to confront whatever had thrown him. But there was nothing, just an overwhelming stillness, thick and unnatural. Then, as his fingers brushed the window, it struck. A figure, human-like, yet disturbingly wrong. This time there was no struggle, no attempt to resist, only run without looking. The video fades to black, but the window remains, rocking back and forth, as if something unseen is still watching, waiting. The questions remain unanswered. What did the family do next? What was the figure that kept appearing? No explanations, no closure, only unsettling speculation. If you have a theory, drop it in the comments. And if you've ever experienced something like this, share your story. We're listening. Before we go any further, I just want to ask you for a small favor. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We are pushing to hit 200,000 subscribers before the year ends. It feels impossible, but I know we can achieve it together because your support has been unreal. I know you'll subscribe, so without wasting more time, let's get back to the video. Exploring abandoned places at night is a thrill-seeker's pursuit, often yielding glimpses into forgotten histories. But sometimes these decaying structures hold more than just memories. They can hold unsettling presences or unexplained phenomena that make you question being alone in the dark. Meet Martin, the creator behind the YouTube channel Night Encounters. Through his videos, he takes viewers on eerie expeditions into abandoned locations, often under the cover of darkness. With his friend Mark, Martin seeks out the unsettling, but one night, an exploration of an old house would leave them questioning what they truly encountered.
What's up, guys? So, tonight on Night Encounters, me and my friend Mark.
What's good, guys?
We are at this really creepy abandoned house behind us. Guys, I do not like this at all. As you can see, it is pitch dark out. This is gonna be a super creepy video, so make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. I think we should get on with this exploration.
Oh, let's just go in the house right now.
Okay, let's go. I need to climb up because
Bro,
this
it seems really disgusting, bro.
Yeah. He's on. Okay, guys, now I'm ready to go in because this doesn't look like a clean place to be at. So, just in case we are just we're taking extra safety precautions.
Bro, this door is creaking out. It's wide open.
Yeah. Dude, I do not like this at all.
Bro, oh my god, the smell here, bro.
It's not bad. Like, actually. That's a creepy house.
On a dark night, Martin and his friend Mark arrived at a seemingly abandoned house, its dark silhouette immediately casting an unsettling vibe. Armed with their cameras, they prepared to step inside. the pitch-black surroundings amplifying the sense of isolation and dread. The moment they stepped inside, the house assailed their senses. The smell was overpowering and immediately creepy, confirming their initial apprehension. The unusual cleanliness somehow made the place feel even more unsettling, raising questions about its recent past or why it was so eerily tidy.
One bit.
Oh,
It's so like empty and
it's weird. There's no trashing or anything, bro.
now as soon as we entered the house, we both started feeling very uneasy. Almost like someone was watching us. However, we ignored the feeling and we started our downstairs investigation. We need to check the downstairs. No.
Oh, what?
That's so creepy.
Full on shower and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Let's go.
okay, let's go here. There's the front door, as you can see, guys.
Yeah.
There's like mirrors everywhere, bro. Living room, I think. Hear that? Keep hearing like with footsteps.
Yeah.
As they explored, subtle sounds began to pierce the silence. They started hearing what sounded like faint footsteps, making them pause and listen intently. The sounds seemed to come from different parts of the house, adding to their growing anxiety. Suddenly, a loud, distinct noise echoed from upstairs, sending a jolt of fear through them.
Look, this is actually nice, bro. Honestly.
Everything looks super new here, bro. Don't see anything, bro. Bro, it's just it, bro. I don't like being here.
It sounded unmistakably like someone was moving above them, perhaps near a door. Their hearts pounding, they quickly made their way towards the source of the sound, calling out to see if anyone was there, but receiving no answer. Yet the feeling of being watched persisted, and the sounds they heard seemed impossible in an empty house. One specific door seemed to be the source of a creaking sound they heard, adding to the mystery.
Sure you want to go upstairs?
Bro, I don't know. Should we?
I'm shaking right now, bro. What the heck was that?
Close the door.
Let's go.
Wait, what? Here's that. There's someone like upstairs, bro.
The footsteps. Hello? Yo, hello? Is that the window?
Could be the wind. Hello? This is empty.
Yeah, bro. Oh, that scared me,
That
bro.
was this door, bro. 100%.
This door? Bro, there's nobody here. There's a mirror.
Dude, that's creepy.
2 meters.
That's-
It's like a two-way, bro.
Despite their thorough search, the house appeared deserted. Yet the chilling possibility that someone or something was hidden just out of sight, or that the sounds were paranormal, hung heavy in the air. With the unsettling sounds and the persistent feeling of not being alone, Martin and Mark decided they had had enough. The house, though seemingly empty, felt charged with an unknown energy, and the mystery of the sounds remained unsolved. They made the decision to leave immediately, the creepy encounter leaving a lasting impression.
Both me and Mark are not entirely sure what happened that night. But we know one thing, and that is that we will not be going back. Guys, I don't know. It doesn't look like anyone is in here. Oh, we heard something like...
We heard that there's like a door 100%. Creaking or something like that, bro. I know, it was super creepy. One last look. Okay.
Like this. A bit, guys.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, is it?
What caused the sounds they heard? Was someone hiding in the house, deliberately trying to scare them away? Or was there a more inexplicable, potentially paranormal presence within the walls? Martin and Mark may not have found definitive answers that night, but the experience was disturbing enough to ensure they won't be returning to the abandoned house anytime soon. The darkness holds secrets, and sometimes it's better to leave them undisturbed. Meet Bates, the creator behind the YouTube channel It's Bates. Through his videos, he takes viewers along as he explores strange, abandoned, and sometimes cursed places, often accompanied by his friend Martin. With a focus on capturing raw experiences and unnerving locations, Bates invites his audience into the mystery and unease of forgotten sites.
So yeah, we're just gonna walk right now. See where the trail leads us.
Dude, your camera is like flashing red. You should not charge it.
But on one particular day, a simple exploration would turn into something far more unsettling, setting the stage for even stranger events to come. Setting out with his friend Martin, Bates arrived at a creepy, familiar location they hadn't visited in a long time. The plan was simply to vlog their walk, seeing what the eerie trails might reveal. The atmosphere was immediately unnerving, living up to its reputation. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the silence of the surroundings was soon broken by something unexpected.
We see something.
Look at that. Martin likes. Oh. Y'all guys see that?
Wait, it disappeared. I swear the camera saw it though. Maybe we can see like...
Yeah.
I don't know. But bro, should we keep on walking? I don't see anything now, but yeah, let's go. Alright, bro. Guys, I don't know. If you remember this place, there used to be like a big structure here, right?
It was right here. It was actually super scary.
It was, yeah.
We heard something, right? What is this?
What the?
Do you guys hear that? What?
That was that noise I heard from like way back there. Wait, let's go close.
From there. Do you hear that? That was like something like, rustling in the freaking grasses.
Wait, where?
Right here. But it literally could be the deer, but like, it's still creepy.
As they walked, a fleeting shadow vanished in the distance, leaving them questioning their own eyes. Moments later, a rustling sound broke the silence, the grass shifting unnaturally nearby. It could have been an animal, but the feeling of unseen eyes watching them refused to fade. Later, while editing the footage, Bates discovered something even more disturbing that they had completely missed while filming.
Just in case you missed out, I found something really weird we didn't even see while we were filming, or hear, I guess. But look at this, guys. But like, it's still creepy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, did you guys freaking hear that?
It's still creepy.
I'm gonna play it one last time. Listen really freaking closely, guys. I'll put it to max volume. Listen. Go back. What the heck? Tell me you guys you didn't freaking hear that. I don't know, it's super weird, but...
Reviewing the moment they heard the initial rustling, he isolated a sound that was clearly not an animal, a distinct, unsettling noise layered within the audio, adding a chilling layer to the already creepy encounter. The strange events weren't over. On a different night, well past midnight, Bates and Martin found themselves in another area, this time on bikes. As they were heading home, a new, deeply disturbing noise began to emanate from the darkness.
We just came from Sam's place.
Down there.
His place. And now, as we were going home, listen, guys. What is that? What do you think is that? Sounds like a...
I thought that was a cat at first though.
Yeah.
I'm like actually weirded out right now. Yeah. Dude,
You hear that, guys, right?
There's someone there.
It was unlike anything they had heard before. The noise sounded disturbingly like a distressed animal, or even someone screaming or crying. As they tentatively moved closer to investigate the source, they spotted something red on the path that immediately made their blood run cold. It looked like blood.
Maybe we're just overreacting, bro.
I don't know.
It's an animal.
I do not like this. Hey, come out!
What's an animal, bro?
But what animal is making that noise right now?
Oh.
Dude, don't tell me that's blood.
Oh, wait. It's red. What the f? This one also. Hello?
Wait, that's coming from like up there. Maybe we're overreacting. I still hear people, you know? Just now it was coming from there.
We were like, come here, get this guy. We were like way back, like.
Yeah, we were like
Behind the house.
200 meters maybe. It's like, what time it is? It's like almost 1
Guys.
a.m. or something.
Bro, it's louder.
That's
It's on the ground. No, it's literally going further. It's like telling us to go somewhere. What the? Oh. You good, bro? Get the hell out of here, bro.
The screaming continued, and it seemed to be moving, almost as if deliberately trying to lure them further into the darkness. The realization that the sound might be intentional, guiding them towards an unknown danger, sparked immediate panic. They quickly decided to retreat, their instincts screaming at them to get away. As they fled, they noted that the sound seemed to recede with them, following their movement. The next day, still processing the unsettling events of the previous night, Bates and Martin decided to revisit the first location, the woods where they had heard the rustling and discovered the strange sound in the recording. Their return revealed new, strange details.
We were here yesterday, 1 a.m., something like that.
Yeah. But guys, yeah, we're back here.
Look what Martin spotted earlier, guys. What the heck is that?
Like all sorts of like clothes. And look, there's like shoes here, clothes. It could be just like someone dropping off, you know, old clothes. Yeah, I don't know what the thing is.
Bro, you can't even get close to it. Look, there's no path, literally.
I don't know what is that.
They discovered scattered clothes and shoes, hinting at a human presence that felt out of place. Further exploration led them to a massive, tall field or structure that was inaccessible, adding another layer of mystery to the already creepy environment and leaving them to wonder about the true nature of the place and who or what might inhabit it. Though Bates and Martin escaped unharmed, disturbing questions remain. What caused the eerie sounds? Who or what was behind the screaming that seemed to engage with them? And what was the meaning of the discarded clothes and the inaccessible field? Their experience is a stark reminder that the unknown holds dangers far more terrifying than expected. They trusted their instincts and fled when things became too strange, but the mystery of what they encountered lingers. Sometimes, when you step into an abandoned place, the atmosphere feels charged with something beyond the ordinary. What unfolds when you cross into a space where there is no one around, and the unknown feels just within reach? In March 2024, an obscure YouTube channel, known for uploading only a handful of videos, all with a creepy or unsettling vibe, posted a short 3-minute clip that quickly drew attention. Initially, it seemed like a simple exploration video, featuring someone wandering through a massive storm drain, a large pipe designed to channel water during heavy rains, though empty at the time. What began as a casual urban adventure soon spiraled into something far more disturbing. As the individual ventured deeper inside, the footage took a darker turn, revealing an unexpected and chilling scene.
Okay, guys, let's get into it and just make sure this is set up good. Okay. Okay. Hello? Anyone here? This is the spot where it closes off a little bit. I'm really not looking forward to this. I don't know what that was.
Out of nowhere, a terrifying scream pierced the silence, resembling the cry of a child. The origin of the sound was never confirmed, but the person filming quickly realized that something or someone had been hiding within the depths of the storm drain. In the final moments, the scream persisted relentlessly as the man fled in panic, desperate to escape.
What the Nope. I'm dipping out. This shit. I don't know what that is. Oh.
made it out alive. His fate after that remains a mystery. The video ignited a storm of speculation and fear. What was inside that pipe? Was it a lost child, a supernatural force, or something else entirely? No one knows. And the biggest question still lingers. Did the man dare to return to investigate, or did he disappear from the area for good? Years later, the clip continues to haunt viewers, leaving an unsettling mystery that remains unsolved. A newly uploaded YouTube video stunned viewers, prompting deep reflection on how swiftly life can shift into a frightening reality. The video begins peacefully, showing a photographer in the forest, taking pictures and enjoying the quiet. Then, out of nowhere, a huge bear appears behind him. There is no warning, no noise, no movement, just the sudden sight of this giant animal stepping into view, like a scene from a scary movie. For a moment, it feels like time freezes. The photographer turns slowly, clearly shocked, but instead of running or shouting, he stays still. He kneels down carefully, never taking his eyes off the bear. It's unclear what he is doing, maybe reaching for something, or trying to move without scaring the animal. The tension is intense. Then, in a surprising moment, he takes out a can of spray, probably bear spray, and calmly uses it. The bear flinches, bothered by the strong smell, and after a short hesitation, it turns around and walks back into the forest. The video ends, but the feeling of danger remains. People rush to the comments, admiring the man's bravery and asking what kind of spray he used. Was it pepper spray or something stronger? Many couldn't stop thinking about the possible outcomes. What if he had panicked? What if the spray didn't work? What if the bear had attacked? The video is a powerful reminder of how quickly things can change, and how staying calm in scary situations can sometimes save your life. In early 2023, a mysterious video appeared on a relatively obscure YouTube channel known more for casual uploads than anything unnerving. Lasting only 2 minutes, the clip initially appeared to be a straightforward nighttime drive through a winding road. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, until something deeply disturbing crept into view. The scene opens calmly, with headlights illuminating a sharp bend in the road. But as the car rounds the curve, the footage takes an eerie turn. A second glance reveals an unsettling detail, a presence in the distance that wasn't noticed during the original drive. Standing silently in a field far from the roadside is a dark, unmoving figure. It blends so well into the background that it escaped notice until the footage was reviewed the next day. The figure doesn't shift, blink, or respond, just looms in the darkness like a silent observer. Moments later, the screen abruptly fades to black. What followed was a storm of online theories and growing unease. Who or what was that motionless figure? Why did it appear only in retrospect? No concrete answers have ever surfaced. Whether it was a person, a ghost, or something altogether unknown remains unclear. Perhaps the most disturbing part is what's left unsaid. What happened to the driver after the video ended? Even now, the video circulates across forums and social media, leaving a lasting impression on anyone who watches it. The questions it raises are as haunting as the silence in that empty field. Meet Chris and Robbie, the duo behind The Quiet Wild, a YouTube channel devoted to capturing the stillness and wonder of the natural world. Their content usually offers a calming escape, winter overnights under the stars, serene canoe paddles, and untamed vistas far from civilization. But on one particular trip, what began as a relaxing day on the water turned into something far more curious and slightly unsettling. It was a flawless day for their first outing in a newly purchased canoe, with skies clear and a glassy lake stretching out in front of them. Chris and Robbie launched their maiden voyage in northern Ontario. The plan was simple: explore, relax, and get a feel for their gear before tackling longer trips.
Man, this is like relaxing. Just like looking around, like taking your time, no motor.
I think I hear running water.
Do you?
Oh, I do. Oh, I think that's a waterfall.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a waterfall.
Oh, you could see like it just
Yeah,
dropped.
the elevation drop. I'm getting nervous now.
Are you? Yeah.
I don't want to get close to that.
I think we're good right here.
As they glided across the water, the atmosphere was near silent, so quiet they could hear their paddles break the surface. But the calm didn't last. A sudden roar of water broke the stillness. Curious and a bit cautious, they followed the sound. It grew louder, eventually leading them to the source, a powerful rush that appeared to be rapids or a small waterfall. With limited experience, they hesitated, unsure how close to get.
No, we came across some rapids here. We figured that this is where the river was because we looked at some maps before we came out. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ashore, pull the canoe up, just have a look, see what this looks like.
Then there's me acting all brave when I can't even swim.
Eventually, they landed at a more sheltered spot and hiked in to investigate on foot. After taking in the rapids, the pair resumed paddling and headed toward a nearby island that had caught their eye earlier. Planning to stop for lunch, they instead found something completely unexpected. What awaited them wasn't just another quiet rest stop, it was bizarre.
Do you think we can get out here? Should we aim for the bush?
Yeah. So we just paddled back across the river to that island that we pointed out earlier. We'll show you guys around. There's some pretty weird things. We're gonna stop and have a bite to eat though, and then get back on our way. But yeah, we'll show you some of the stuff that we stumbled across on this island here. It's kind of weird.
The island was scattered with strange devices, frayed booster cables, hanging pulleys, and electrical wires stretching between the trees. A large wooden platform stood in the clearing, its presence raising eyebrows, especially considering this was public crown land. The trees around it had objects bolted into them, more cables, assorted junk, even light bulb sockets. It was a jarring sight in such a pristine place.
Like they've got electrical for light bulbs, you know?
Yeah, which, I mean, you're leaving that out all winter. It's kind of...
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You guys can see behind me, there's this platform here. This is crown land. So having a structure like this, you know, is really not something that you should be doing. We've been up here now a couple hours and Robbie and I haven't crossed paths with anybody yet, so.
Check this out. That's what I was talking about, the light switch.
And then I saw like a string line high up somewhere. Right here, there's a wire. This is weird.
As they wandered deeper into the brush, things only got stranger. Light switches were mounted directly to tree trunks, wires snaking through the forest in every direction. Some of the wiring had been sealed with silicone, suggesting some level of planning, though the overall setup felt anything but safe or official. It looked like an improvised electrical network built in the middle of nowhere with no clear purpose.
There's a light switch on there too, like with outlets, I think. See, I'm a little curious about the wire. Like, see those, look at the springs. Like, is this electrical? Like, is it supposed to be like an electric fence? Like, this is weird. Like, what is this? An old outhouse? Remnants of an old outhouse? Like, there's an outlet
In the tree.
screwed to the tree. Oh, it's kind of creepy. But look, you can see, like, they silicone. They like
Nails and stuff, eh?
Everything's like this bare wire.
Then, as they poked around further, a sudden commotion startled them. A large bird erupted from the brush. They discovered it had been guarding a nest of eggs, which they respectfully left alone. But nature's interruption wasn't enough to distract from the underlying strangeness of what they'd found.
Well, we'll maybe have to come back for a drive in the summer camping season. We'll come in the evening and bring one of our cameras with good zoom and see what kind of rituals are happening on this island. Because I don't know what else.
We'll go check out that tarp over there. Is it? Toilet?
Is there a camp shower there too?
Is it an actual toilet? Okay. See, I mean, that looks relatively new too, eh? Like, that box, oh, it stinks.
Nearby, they came across yet another oddity, a homemade toilet, only adding to the island's inexplicable infrastructure. Despite their unease, Chris and Robbie set up their camp chairs and had a bite to eat, talking through what they'd just stumbled upon. As the weather began to turn, they packed up and reflected on the unexpected detour their trip had taken. What should have been a quiet test run had become a bizarre investigation, and the island, it left them with more questions than answers. Was this a forgotten campsite, an off-grid project, or something with a more secretive purpose? The strange structures, leftover gear, and rough wiring defied easy explanation. Whatever the case, Chris and Robbie knew one thing: this wasn't your average island stopover. Their brief encounter with the inexplicable is a reminder that even in the peaceful silence of the wilderness, there are stories waiting, sometimes hiding just beyond the trees. Meet the creator behind Nowhere Bound, a YouTube channel dedicated to the quiet wonder of exploring remote places. Often accompanied by his loyal dog Juniper, he brings viewers along as he discovers the peaceful corners of nature, capturing moments of solitude, reflection, and adventure. But not every outing unfolds as expected, and on one particular night the wilderness offered something far less serene. It started like many of his trips, scouting a new campsite, appreciating the solitude, and setting up camp in what seemed like a quiet, unremarkable spot.
What are you doing, puppy? Yes, I know. She should be on a leash, but it's Juniper, and there's nobody else here, so I think it'll be okay. So this is the whole area behind our campsite, and you could kind of tell that it is a flood area. I mean, when the stream is high, all this debris is piling up on the trees, which could actually help us make a fire.
He explored the area with Juniper, taking note of the marshy terrain behind them and soaking in the calm. But as daylight began to fade, the atmosphere subtly shifted. Across from his sight stood an old, somewhat ominous structure, weathered and looming in the fading light. Nearby campers who had been around earlier seemed to vanish without explanation, their gear and tent left eerily untouched. Add to that a fire that refused to properly catch, and the mood began to sour. A creeping discomfort settled in, something the host admitted was rare for him, even after years of camping alone. The unnatural silence around him was only broken by strange, unfamiliar animal sounds and the haunting, persistent calls of whippoorwills. These weren't the usual night noises he was used to, and they contributed to a growing sense of isolation. Even Juniper seemed uneasy.
Okay, so here's the situation. It's getting very dark, as you can see. I'm camping right across the street from that building. The people who were camping just left. but their tent and everything is still set up down there. So I don't know what's going on with them. They may return later tonight. I don't know. But I'm here all alone. The fire was kind of a bust. The wood's just too wet. There wasn't enough hot energy. I gotta be honest, I'm a little creeped out right now. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me camping. I don't know if it's the building or the quiet or that Juniper is just restless. Once in a while I hear strange animal noises that I've never heard before. I think they're frogs. There's multiple whippoorwills, and I don't hear whippoorwills very often.
With nerves on edge and the building across the way casting a long shadow in the dark, he decided to abandon his plans for dinner and head into the safety of his camper. Inside, he asked his viewers a simple question: would you feel comfortable camping so close to that building?
I don't know. This is definitely a new thing for me. I've never had creepy, weird feelings at a camp before, but it definitely looks like the kind of building that could have a poltergeist in it, and it's like 30 feet that way. So I've got the blinds closed, out of sight, out of mind, and just try to not think about where I am and have some noise going, because it is, when I say quiet, it is very, very quiet here.
Trying to shake off the unease, he joked that the place looked like it was straight out of a ghost story, like something that might house a poltergeist just waiting for nightfall. He shut the blinds, turned on a movie, and attempted to distract himself from the unsettling stillness outside. But the night brought little rest. By morning, he confessed to a rough night, plagued by uneasiness and a lingering fear that he couldn't quite explain. Was it the strange silence, the abandoned campsite, or just his imagination running wild? With sunlight filtering through the trees, the place seemed less threatening. Reflecting on the experience, he acknowledged that while the night had been one of the most unnerving he'd spent outdoors, it hadn't crossed into danger, just discomfort. And despite everything, he wouldn't rule out a return to the Ringmill campground. Sometimes the wild doesn't need creatures or storms to unsettle us. It just needs atmosphere. For the host of Nowhere Bound, this trip served as a reminder that even in nature's calmest corners, the mind can be the greatest source of fear. In the end, it wasn't what he saw, but what he felt, that left the biggest impression. On September 10, 2017, the YouTube channel The Highway 9, a name already associated with haunting wilderness footage, released a video titled Never Go in a Cave. Known for creating eerily atmospheric content set deep in isolated forests, this upload quickly stood out, not just for its intensity, but for what it suggested and what it left behind. The video begins with a man and his dog entering a remote, overgrown cave tucked away in an undisclosed location.
Out. Come here. Come on. Come on. Go.
As they step into the darkness, there's an eerie calm, a quiet anticipation as the unknown begins to press in around them. As they descend, the cave grows more claustrophobic. Bats hang silently from jagged rock ceilings, disturbed only by the flashlight beam. Soon, strange and oversized insects crawl across the cavern walls, unsettling but still within the realm of the natural. That would soon change.
Misty.
Further in, the camera briefly captures something horrifying. A figure, unmoving and cloaked in shadow, standing deep in the cave's core. The shape is difficult to discern, neither fully human nor clearly something else.
Stay behind me. Come on, mister. Come on, mister.
The man's breathing quickens, his panic audible. Without hesitation, he turns and flees, the camera shaking as he bolts back toward the entrance. And then nothing. The footage cuts out abruptly. No outro, no explanation. Since that day, the channel has gone silent. No new uploads, no community posts. It's as if the person behind the Highway 9 vanished along with the last frame of that video. What exactly was in that cave? Was it just an illusion? A shadow misinterpreted in fear? Or was something or someone truly waiting in the darkness? One thing's certain, the fear was real. You can hear it. That primal edge in his voice, the sound of someone who believes they might not make it out. Whether he escaped or not remains a mystery. But the unease lingers. Those who've watched the video are left with a single chilling thought. What if he didn't get away? And what if something else did? Some places aren't meant to be explored. Some doors, once opened, never fully close. Meet Anderson Guedes, an avid fisherman known for sharing his solo adventures on the water through immersive first-person videos. His channel offered viewers a front-row seat to the excitement of the catch and the quiet beauty of nature. But one particular trip would test more than just his patience. It would challenge his composure in a way he never expected. It began like any other outing. On a still, peaceful day, Anderson paddled his kayak into a remote fishing spot, eager to document another successful day on the water. Spirits were high early on. He proudly displayed a striking corvina, celebrating his first catch of the day. As the footage rolled, he continued reeling in fish, marveling at their beauty and gently releasing several back into the water.
Aí, ó. Vem cá, vem cá. Aí, garoto. Todos eles aqui já dão um padrãozinho bom, né, cara?
Do rio, né?
É.
Pequeno não sai do rio da Bahia, né?
Não sai. Aí. Mais quadradinho já, bonito. Agora.
The calm shallows lulled him into a relaxed rhythm. There was no warning, no splash, no strange movement, just the sound of water and his commentary as he cast his line again. Then, everything changed. Without warning, his rod bent violently. He'd hooked something big. Anderson's voice immediately shifted, trembling between adrenaline and fear. The fish, or whatever it was, didn't fight like any he'd encountered before. It pulled hard, creating enormous bubbles beneath the kayak. As Anderson stared into the water, he realized the creature was right beneath him. Panic crept into his voice as he repeated, almost in disbelief, that it was directly under the boat.
Caramba, Charles, ó. Não sei, ele tá afundando. Pega minhas varas aqui do meu caiaque, cara. Caramba. Caramba, meu irmão. Caramba. Olha o tanto de bolha. Nossa, olha o tamanho das bolhas, cara. Olha de bolha. Olha só. Se liga no tamanho desse cara, velho.
He noted its size with a growing alarm. It was as long as his kayak, possibly longer. The surface erupted again with bubbles. He gripped his camera and narrated through labored breathing, trying to stay calm. Whatever he'd hooked wasn't tiring. It was circling. Beneath him, the bubbles churned constantly, a reminder that the creature hadn't left. The fight dragged on. The animal moved toward the shallows, but remained hooked. Anderson gave updates as best he could, his voice tight with tension, praying the beast would free itself before the situation worsened. Between bursts of filming, he turned the camera off to preserve battery life. The struggle was lasting far longer than expected, and he needed to document what he could in case something went terribly wrong. Nearly 40 minutes had passed. Anderson was exhausted, his voice hoarse but still narrating as the tug-of-war reached its peak. Whatever was on the line was relentless and terrifying. Just as it seemed the standoff might never end, the creature made a final move.
Ó, vai subir. Agora vai subir. Vai subir. Meu Deus do céu! Nossa, caramba, meu irmão! Meu Deus do céu!
Anderson's voice wavered between astonishment and fear as he wondered aloud what exactly he had hooked. Finally, the bait snapped. The creature was gone. He held up the damaged lure to the camera, his hands shaking slightly. Despite losing gear, his relief was clear. He was still afloat, still unharmed. As the adrenaline wore off, Anderson reflected on the experience. Though visibly shaken, he remained grateful the encounter hadn't ended in disaster. He packed up, still in awe of what he had narrowly escaped. But a question hung in the air. What exactly had he encountered? He speculated that it might have been a massive reptile, perhaps a crocodile or alligator, but never confirmed what lay beneath. The behavior, the bubbling, the sheer power, it all pointed to something predatory, something dangerous. Unlike ghost stories or imagined threats, this was very real. In the wild, the most frightening encounters aren't always with the unknown, they're with nature itself, untamed and unpredictable. Thankfully, Anderson's calm under pressure kept him safe. Still, it's hard to imagine he'll paddle into those same waters again without remembering the day the depths fought back. In July 2021, a cryptic TikTok titled "Horror Encounter" surfaced on an anonymous account. The short clip quickly gained traction, not for flashy editing or jump scares, but for the raw, unsettling fear it captured. The footage opens with a couple chopping wood deep in a remote forest. At first, everything seems peaceful, but then, an eerie, unnatural noise echoes through the trees. Their reaction is immediate and instinctual.
How much more do you need to get? It's almost curfew.
I want to cut down at least 1 or 2 more.
What?
I think we have to go to the shed.
Can we make it to the house?
Stay calm. It's gonna be okay. Just act normal.
They drop what they're doing and bolt toward a nearby shelter, clearly panicked. What follows is a frenzied, disorienting rush as the two flee, convinced that something is chasing them. According to the video, they never see what's behind them, but whatever it is, it's enough to send them into a full sprint. Once inside the shelter, things only get worse. The sounds continue. Heavy thuds slam against the walls as if something is trying to break in. And then, silence. The clip ends without resolution. The couple's fate? Unknown. The identity of their pursuer? Never revealed. No follow-up, no clarification, just a blackout. Given the anonymous nature of the account and the lack of any additional posts or context, speculation runs wild. Was it an elaborate hoax designed to go viral? A staged scare with clever sound design? Or did it capture something genuinely unexplained? To this day, no one has verified who recorded the footage or what became of the people in it. And perhaps that's what makes it so disturbing. The idea that something terrifying may have happened, and we're only seeing a fraction of it. Whether fact or fiction, one thing is certain: the mystery behind Horror Encounter continues to haunt anyone who's watched it, leaving behind a single chilling question: what was out there in the woods that day? This particular investigation follows Fred, representing an insurance company, tasked with documenting the interior of a house with a dark and lengthy past. He's joined by Deputy Corwin, a local law enforcement officer. Their purpose seems straightforward: assess the state of the property after its resident hasn't been seen in months and is presumed deceased. But this house holds secrets far older and perhaps far more sinister than either man initially suspected. On this particular day, Fred arrived at the house, planning to film the exterior while waiting for the deputy. The house itself looked old, but its true age was staggering. Built in 1621, making it older than the country itself and the oldest in town. Deputy Corwin explained the circumstances, noting the resident's disappearance in October.
So what's the story of this old house here?
Well, the resident hasn't been seen since October.
If you're still watching,
So she's
comment the hidden word disturbing.
So, yeah.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, the insurance company wanted to get some footage of the inside of the house, see the state that it's in, due to the historic nature
Huh.
of
What's,
the
you know what the
property.
age of it is?
Yeah, it's 1621.
Wow,
I know.
1621.
Yeah.
It's older than the country, huh?
It's so old.
Wow.
Yeah, the oldest in town.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, why don't we get inside before the sun goes down?
Sure, sure. Do you know if there's power inside?
Well, electric company's not allowed by law to turn off any power during the winter.
Okay, cool.
I can't guarantee what kind of lighting you'll have inside.
Right.
The house's age necessitated a detailed inspection for the insurance company. As they stepped inside, a foul smell hung in the air, described as smelling like copper. Despite the lack of natural light, Fred initially opted to use his camera's low-light capabilities rather than turning on a bright light, hoping to capture the atmosphere more authentically. The deputy noted how dark the house was kept, suggesting it was meant to keep light or eyes from getting in.
So she didn't have very many house guests.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure of that.
What makes you say that?
Well, I grew up in this neighborhood. I've actually been here before, but not inside.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Well, the kids in this neighborhood, they always thought that this lady was a witch. And we stayed far away from this house except for Halloween. And then we would come around and dare each other to, come trick or treat.
What followed was an incredibly personal and chilling account from Deputy Corwin. He revealed he grew up in the neighborhood and, like other kids, believed the previous resident was a witch, staying far away from the house. He recounted a terrifying incident from his last Halloween as a child, when he dared himself to trick-or-treat alone at the house. Despite his fear, he knocked, and when the door opened, the old woman was there. He managed to introduce himself and mention his father was the sheriff, a tactic he hoped would keep him safe. However, the situation quickly grew weirder. The woman invited him in for candy, and when he refused, she grabbed his arm, attempting to pull him inside the house. He broke free and ran, vowing never to return, only to see her still standing at the door, smiling and calling him back. A moment that influenced his decision to become a police officer. Shortly after this unsettling story, the power in the house suddenly went out, plunging them into complete darkness and forcing them to rely on their flashlights.
Well, I think I got the whole upstairs. I'm gonna go back downstairs. There's a secret item I forgot.
All right, I'll be right behind you. I'm just gonna...
With the main inspection seemingly complete upstairs, Fred announced he was heading downstairs, while Deputy Corwin decided to explore the upstairs area a little longer. Deputy Corwin remarked on Fred having a gun, seemingly trying to alleviate any fear about splitting up, though he himself chose to stay upstairs. As Fred moved through the lower level, distant, unidentifiable sounds began to echo through the old house. Fred, carrying the camera, reacted audibly to the noises.
Jesus Christ. Deputy, is that you?
Deputy Corwin, upstairs, also seemed to hear something, calling out to Fred. Thinking it was the deputy trying to prank him, Fred called back, telling him it wasn't funny, attempting to locate him. Suddenly, Fred's reactions became panicked. Sounds of distress, a cry of Jesus Christ followed by God damn it, were heard before the camera hit the floor, showing only darkness and muffled sounds.
Deputy, that's not f***ing funny.
Fred? Fred, you're right? Fred? Fred, you down there? Fred!
Fred stopped responding. Deputy Corwin frantically called out for Fred, identifying himself as law enforcement, but received no answer from the darkness below. The footage ends there, leaving Fred's fate chillingly uncertain. What happened to Fred in those final moments? Was it the lingering presence from Deputy Corwin's childhood story? Or something else entirely? Did the house's dark history manifest in a physical way? Or was there another, perhaps living entity hidden within its ancient walls? The encounter is a reminder that some places hold on to their past, and exploring them can come with unimaginable risks. Fred went in to document a forgotten house, but may have become a part of its ongoing terrifying story. That's it for this episode. Like always, let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comments, and on that note, I'm out.